Why do I talk so damn much? Well, here's the thing, okay? All right. Here's the damn deal. Not that. That was a burp. So, essentially, we have been full of a lot of introspection. We've been trying to figure out who we are real conclusively since probably 2013. So 11 years. Wow. We have progressed our philosophy, both individual, social, political. We've established our character, if you will. This is our avatar. This is our human suit for this life, for this journey. We are more than just Cam. And we're more than damn Cam. We're more than a painter, small business owner. We're definitely more than that. We're more than a father. Not much more, but we are more than a father. And we are more than a hip-hop head. More than a producer. You see, we are more than the sum of our parts. It's what really differentiates us between the upcoming competition of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a composition of general knowledge, purpose, and instruction, essentially, intellect instructed. It is the sum of its parts. We, as a human being and spiritual entity, well, we are more than just the totality of every aspect of ourself put together because of a little something called karma. What is karma? Essentially, karma is energy in motion. And energy, believe it or not, is always in motion, whether vibrating in extremely high frequencies, invisible to the naked eye, or very low frequencies. Everything is in motion. And another principle we learned early on is that you cannot create matter or destroy matter. You can only transform it, okay? So you put those together, and it doesn't take a huge stride of suspect to presume that when we die, it's not just over. We are a lot of energy in motion, not only as a human being, a physical entity operating within the bounds of this external world. We are more than that. We, as in you, I, us. You see, we also operate on an emotional level. We feel things. We are subject to emotions, which means we are also in a way bound to the laws that accompany them. Now, people don't talk much, or at least we haven't heard much talk about emotional laws, if you will. There are natural laws, universal truths, that's what we call them. Gravity would be an example. Heating up or cooling down would be another example. Things that just are, okay? They're not open to interpretation. They're not going to be messed around with, really. So the fact that we are more than just what meets the eye, we're more than the physical body, we are also a spiritual entity, And the reason we know this to be true is that we have this thing called a conscience, we have self-consciousness, we have emotions, we are aware that we're tied into a universal grid-like energy. We call it the universe. It may not be a literal energial force like in Star Wars or something, but it's actually not that far off the mark. Now, if this sounds like absolute rubbish or new age mumbo jumbo to you, you're welcome to fast forward, skip the video. We don't always talk about this. We talk about what the damn ever. We just happen to have a lot of experiential knowledge on this subject. And damn cam, you know, karma always matters, but even more importantly than that, karma ascends matter. What do we mean? Well, karma itself is the collection of energy multiplied by the momentum. So at the end of one's life, when it just comes to a stop in the physical plane, when your earthly human suit expires, right? What happens? I mean, a lot of people say it's the end. Well, if karma ascends matter, it means that your spirit, your energial force, your soul, the collection of consciousness that is you, will ascend the material world. Damn, right? We believe that so strongly that it essentially defines our faith. Now, yes, there are some resemblances to Hindu philosophy, Taoism, maybe Hinduism. We're not exactly sure because we don't subscribe to any one denomination or any one way, if you will. We're very aware that there are many ways, but we're also aware that there are many wrong ones. We don't believe there's just one right way to the truth. We don't believe that for many reasons we can go into, but this isn't going to be a very long discussion. This is essentially a brief introductory to our spiritual beliefs. And first and foremost is that karma ascends matter. And there's enough to unpack there. We could fill an entire episode. And in fact, we do plan on doing just that. You see, we were going to release a official episode of the podcast Don't Just Obey on April 20th of this year. Unfortunately, we've ran into even more complications living here in the IOB. That's the Isle of Big, the Big Island, right? The Isle of Big. So living here, you can't get lithium products shipped here, batteries. You can't get certain electronics shipped here at all. So we ran into a bit of a wall there, which is why if you happen to catch our latest video that gained a little bit of traction when we confronted these crackhead tweakers who are stealing plumerias, PVCs, and mangoes from our property, and more actually. A bunch of lumber went missing at a different time, and it looks like it was filmed from inside of a fish tank. You know, this is an iPhone XR. We even did the update recently, begrudgingly. We are going to invest more into the video game, not video games, although shout out Black. Black was the original Xbox game, one of the best first-person shooter, real-world, destructive, interactive environment games, way ahead of its time, Black. But we're talking about videography, cinematography, actually photography, a little bit of damography. Yes, We are investing in some real cameras, some real software that will be able to embolden us to create much better video. Now that's only a one component. We could have the best equipment in the world, and if we're not able to actually speak on things that matter, or speak articulately, or even capture an audience, then what the damn are we doing? Well, why are we doing this? It brings us back to the beginning. Essentially, at the very least, we are going to have a chronological biography. And we didn't really start doing this until this year, 2024. Sort of vlogging is what they call it, video logging. Okay, yeah, that's what it's kind of turned into. 2022, we uploaded a lot of content to the DaamnTalk YouTube channel that was not ours. We always credited them when we could, when we knew, and we were trying to build a database of relevant information, material, basically content that people can reference if they want to know what DaamnTalk is about. DaamnTalk operates not on YouTube, but on locals.com. Locals.com is where it all goes down. The main platform that will host the podcast. Don't just obey. And episode 1 will be on philosophy. Not ours, but what is philosophy? What did it used to mean as opposed to what it means today? How is it often put into practice, and what the damn does it have to do with you? So, whether that interests you or not, the second episode will have nothing to do with that. And we will have some guest speakers joining us. We'll have some interactive segues. So join the community right now. You can join the community for as little as $2 a month. That's the face that you make when you may have just popped your tire. Damn! Yeah, man. I miss you, man. Come back to me.